Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Demonologist UK. Out to all my demos out there, all the people that have been locking in for ages and ages and ages. Out to Matt Chapman, first one in the chat. Welcome, mate. You get a big shout out for being the first person in there. Tonight, we've got Spooks and Ghouls Paranormal live in the place. We're going to get to the bottom of their evidence. We're going to talk about all their investigations they've done. We're going to talk about their techniques, and we're going to dive right into it. I tell you what, I've Facebook stalked them, and I'm ready with all the evidence that we're going to talk about tonight. But before we seem to get there, I have to do a big shout out to my sponsors for tonight. Now, don't forget, check out Festival of the Unexplained. It's written at the bottom of the page. 15th to the 17th of January, raising money for Calm. That's the campaign against living miserably. Don't forget to check it out. It's going to be really, really good. You've got so many live shows going on there. Obviously, we're all on lockdown. We've got nothing else to do. So it's for a good cause. So let's just go and raise some money for these guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So make sure you check it out. That's www.facebook.com, Festival of the Unexplained, 15th, 17th of January. Now I'm going to welcome my guests on. This is my first time talking to them. So this is going to be really, really cool. Welcome, Nikki and Anya. Welcome, Gemma. Welcome, Amanda. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Oh, that was really good. It was all at the same time. I like that. It's good to have you on. It's good to have you on. We've been talking a lot. I mean, I've looked at your Facebook page and I'm really impressed with all the stuff that you guys have been doing. So we're just going to dive into that. That's everybody on the stream. That's Emma. So we're just going to dive in straight away. Now, I just want, before we start, just so everybody gets to sort of know the team, like what's the dynamics of the team? So who's all the members of the teams and what do they sort of do?
We're all just investigators. We all do our own little bits. I tend to do Ouija boards more than anything else.
Oh, you're just like my mum. She loves a Ouija board.
You've got Gemma that does, she's the one that does the rods, and she's also got her own channel where she reads cards.
Tarot cards.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah, she does tarot cards. Amanda, we're trying to get her in front of the camera a bit more because she doesn't do it.
We've got a camera strike. But there's a bonus. She's live tonight and she's on the camera.
Yeah,
so we can only say, well done, Amanda. Well done.
Anya's one that does a lot of. She likes to do the exploring bit. She goes off and walks off and does her own thing, basically.
She's the wanderer. She's the one that sort of gets lost, and then you sort of calling out her name. Follow this line.
We all do tend to get lost.
Yeah.
I've had people like that. When I was doing investigations, I used to have guests that used to just wander off. And used to be like, "Are you going to go and find them?" No, they'll find their own way back. Some people grab hold of them. They'll find their own way back. Now, am I right in saying that you guys have an exorcist in your team?
We have.
Is that Mickey?
Yeah.
He's not live tonight, is he?
No.
He was going to come on, but I don't know what's happened to him. So.
Oh, okay, he might join us in a bit. He's got the link. It'd be nice to have him on. So, how does that change the dynamic of your team then? Having an ordained exorcist actually with the team, does it attract more sort of negative energies? I mean, let's start with Nikki and Anya first. Does it sort of attract more negative entities?
No, not really. It's no, I think it all depends on where we are. I mean, me and Gemma, when we first started with Spooks and Ghouls, we went off to the old Nick, and that's where we first met Mickey. It wasn't negative or anything like that. It doesn't bring any negative energy in or anything. We've not really had any negative experiences, not while we've been doing it.
That's really good.
No, we haven't.
Do you count like getting scratched as negative?
Well, yeah.
We all have a good scratch. Scratch. It's a great bit of evidence. I mean, if people are getting scratched, I mean, it's something that you can photograph. It's a great bit of evidence. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of photographs that I've seen on your Facebook page that really interest me, but we're going to get to that in a bit. I want to ask Gemma about your tarot readings. Now, it's something that I like to do with all the psychic mediums, the tarot readers that come on my show. I like to ask them how the dynamics of that changes from doing it through Facebook and on Facebook Lives. Do you find it harder to connect with the audience, or do you find it easier because obviously you're more confident in yourself?
I would say, in a way, obviously doing personal readings for people is different to doing it on a live, but it depends on how many people that want a reading as well. Because obviously, if there's a lot of people, like if I do it on Spooks page, then I obviously have to shorten it down. Whereas I'll still get like connection with people, and obviously it'll come through on the cards and that as well. But I don't know. You still get connected to people, but obviously, if you're doing a personal one, you can take longer.
Oh, okay. Because I was watching one of your videos back, and you seem very connected to the tarot. It seems like it was almost like, I mean, I've watched people who do tarot readings. I mean, one of the sponsors for the show, Journey of the Spirit, Rebecca, she does tarot readings. Do you find, obviously, with tarot readings, are you more connected to that, or are you more connected to the sort of personal reading side?
I would say that I'm connected to the cards, like in a way, because obviously I'm used to them in my deck. I have them with me. I have them quite close by me, like in my room, and that like most of the time. But I don't know. I'm close as well when I do it personal, so I think it's both, really.
Yeah.
So, because obviously, like when you do a reading for people as well, it's like an exchange of energies.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely an exchange. I'm going to come to you, Manda. Now, as we've said, you're the person that doesn't like being on camera, right? So I don't mean to put you in a bad position, but
sorry, man.
With the dynamics of the team that you have at Spooks and Ghouls, do you find it the fact that you have the exorcist there, everyone has their individual roles? Do you find that it's easier to sort of investigate these sort of places? Do you find it like sort of it's easier to catch the energies? The team sort of will work off each other. Because from what I've found with other teams, if everybody sort of gets along, it sort of works a bit better. So how does it sort of work for you with Spooks and Ghouls?
Oh, we all do get along. I mean, Nikki and Anya, I'm actually related to Nikki and Anya, so we like I say, we all get along really well. We all do our own little bit of investigating and taking photos and doing acts and such like.
Yeah, I mean, my old team, we was all related. Like my mum and my family members and my partner used to be involved in it. I find if you have that dynamic where you all know each other and you all get along, it seems to be you get more evidence. I mean, Nikki, Anya, do you agree with what Amanda said? Like, and what I've just said, when you know each other, it just seems to work a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And Gemma's like lovely. We've like took her into our family, if you know what I mean, because me, Manda and Anya, we all sort of live together as well. So we've always got that stronger bond. But Gemma comes round every now and again, and we do little experiments and bits and bobs, and we've all just really connected, and we've got a lot in common.
Yeah, no, it's great when you have that connection. Now, I want to talk about some of the evidence that you've got on your Facebook page, and if you could just run us through how you got this evidence, anyone that wants to run it through. Now, the first one that I saw was in a forest. I don't know which forest it is because you didn't label which forest it is, but it's like a set of 4 pictures. Now, on the third one behind the tree, I can see like almost a cloaked man. And it sort of intrigued me because if you actually look at the picture, and I'll post it up for everybody to look at. So if you head over to the Demonologist Facebook page, I'm going to post it up because I think it's a really great bit of evidence that you guys have caught. If you actually look at the trees, the one in front of it you can see the one in front of it, and then you can see the shadow actually cuts out the tree behind. I mean, where were you guys when you got that evidence?
I can't remember which one you're talking about.
I don't know if it's like supposed to be the Black Lady in Bradley Wood, is it?
Oh, was it Hadley? Was you at Hadley?
Bradley.
Oh, Bradley. I was Hadley. I was like, that's around the corner from me.
Quite a lot as well.
Yeah. It could have been the one in Bradley Woods, because I know that somebody was watching one of them as well. She sent in a shot, and it was a black figure in the woods. So what is believed think it's that one.
If it helps, it was on the 19th of September. I'm just reading my notes now. It was on the 19th of September, if that helps. It don't matter.
Yeah,
it's a great bit of evidence. I'm going to post it up for everyone to see because it's honestly, it's a really, really good bit of evidence.
And you're just having a look.
Find out.
I proper went back on your Facebook, so you know. Don't. But yeah, and then there was another bit of evidence. Now I can only explain it was a photograph as like it was in a cave, and this was on the 15th of September, and you can actually see a figure of a face, almost like it was quite a blurry picture, but you can almost see a figure in a face. I'm going to post that up for everyone on the page as well to have a look at, see what everyone thinks.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Oh, just go back.
At to Shell, welcome along. At to Ben as well, my partner in crime, locked in. I mean, you guys seem to grab really good photographs of these entities and spirits. Is there a way in which you go about it differently with taking photographs where you seem to get these figures on there, or do you just literally sort of feel where you're take a photograph and just sort of like go snap and see what happens?
Not really. We just snap. We just.
Taking photographs. When he's done it, like the way he sort of showed us, it's just to take photographs, like randomly, just put the camera away, just turn different angles and take shots. Don't even look at the one doing it. He literally just puts the camera out and takes a picture. So that's part of what we've been doing. Like if we take pictures of anything, it's just
just like snap.
Yeah, it's one of them things with photographs when you're out investigating. Everyone will back me up here. It's one of them things where you just sort of it's pure chance, but you guys seem to be at the right place at the right time and take the right pictures.
I mean, to be fair, when we've done our own like practicing and stuff as well, I think we have captured different things, haven't we?
Yeah.
Even when we're like practicing in Wheelsby Woods and stuff, we've captured different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the evidence that you put up on your page is brilliant. I want to come to something that's very controversial now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of you and get your opinion on it. It's a very controversial subject in the paranormal world, and that's app-based technology. Now, I've noticed in some of your videos on Facebook that you guys do use the phone apps within your investigations. I just want to get each one of your opinions personally, and you just give me what you think of app-based technology, and do you think it's the future of the paranormal? So if we go with Nikki first.
I think it depends on which app it is. Some are really good and some are not so good. The one we use is, Manda uses, I can't remember what it's called. Manda, what's it called?
That many.
The Necrophonic, yeah. She uses that one. And I've got, what's the other one I've got? I can't remember what it's called. It's on my phone and I can't remember.
It's like the digital Ouija board, basically.
Yeah, it's basically like a digital Ouija board that I use, or spirit board, or whatever you want to call it. Because there's so many names for it. I get told off for saying a demon board and stuff.
You've hit a nerve there, demon board.
But I mean, people call it all different sorts of things. Do you know what I mean? But me, I think they are good if you've got the right one.
Yeah. I mean, Anya, can you add to that?
I think some of them are good. Like the SLS ones.
Yeah.
I think I've got into using them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that say they can be interrupted by like different technologies and stuff. Like the EMF reader?
Yeah.
A lot of people say they can, but I think it's just people's personal belief. But I think they're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Gemma, when it comes to app-based tech, I mean, what's your opinion on it?
Well, to be honest, I like them, but like they said, it's sort of like hit and miss. It's like trying different ones out. I've captured a few different ones, a few pictures, should I say, like using the SLS ones. We've also used the one that's like the digital Ouija board, and we've all used that one. And I've recently installed Dead Wave, but I've just got to figure out how to use it.
Dead Wave? I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's an app that you pay for. It's through the Google Play Store.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen other teams use it, you see. But the thing I've got to learn about it is how to, like, if I can turn the interference down a bit on it. Because
okay. I mean, with the app-based tech, sometimes they do overcomplicate. I mean, I am a complete technophobe. I know I look young, but I'm not. But, but I am a technophobe, especially when it comes to like the app-based tech. I mean, I like the older stuff. I mean, Manda, what's your take on the app-based tech? How do you feel it works in the field?
I agree with all the other three, like Dominic and Anya. It all depends on which one you use. Sometimes you can get things that relate through the digital Ouija board. Sometimes it comes up with a load of rubbish.
Yeah. Keep it clean, Manda. Keep it clean. I mean, no, I agree with you guys. I mean, it is very situational. The only thing that sort of bugs me when it comes to the app-based tech is the fact that there's this whole theory of false positives. I mean, it's generating coincidence almost, and that's where it sort of lies down. Now, what I say to people when they come on my show is, if you're going to use app-based tech, it's great. I mean, especially if you're getting these things that are relevant, but it's good to have that sort of handheld gadget that backs it up. So almost if you're getting a reading on your app, you're getting an EMF spike on your K2, or you're picking up an EVP at the same time. So that corroborated evidence. Now, on your page, you've got a lot of things, very spiritual page, very, very spiritual page, and you talk about history a lot as well. I mean, is that how you sort of market yourselves out there? Are you more spirit-based and historical-based rather than we're going to get in there with the science, we're going to bamboozle you with loads of tech, Because there are teams out there that literally, you'll go to an investigation with them and they'll just lay out about 19 different bits on the table, and it's like, okay, we've literally drained the whole power out from London now, so let's go investigate. You guys seem very spiritual. When you post up about crystals, about candles, about saving, is that the sort of direction you guys go in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. For me personally, it is. I think the girls do as well. It is the way we sort of work, and obviously with the history bit as well. I think that helps too.
It does. I think we can collaborate a lot of things with history.
Yeah.
I do like to do research. I must admit, I am a bit of a research person. If we say we're going somewhere, I'll be on my phone and I'll be looking it up and finding as much history as possible. But obviously, to collaborate with names or any situations that have happened in the past,
it better
you can understand it better if you know something about the place that you've gone to.
You can ask more specific questions.
I mean, it's great that you guys say that, because I've had teams on before that have said they like to research afterwards, so they sort of get the information first and then research afterwards. It's good to see a team sort of doing it the other way around. But then you've got the people that come along that turn around and say, well, there's the auto suggestion there. If you know what's there and you know what you're looking for, I mean, how would you battle the skeptics on that sort of opinion?
Well, we can't say what comes up on the app. Do you know?
I think we're doing a live as well. When other people come in, and obviously if they're watching, they'll say different names to us, or if they're sensitive themselves or a medium, and they can see somebody with us, that they'll tell us, and it might be a different name to what's been it said at the beginning. Do you know what I mean? So
I agree with that.
When we're getting evidence on our equipment as well, that there's something in the area. So
I had that on one of my lives the other day. Sorry, man. I had that on one of my lives the other day. I was live. I had Ben and Robbie and Jane from HAPRC on the other day, and Robbie was convinced there was a 50-year-old man behind me that was getting really, really aggy with me because I was talking about demonic things. And I mean, I suppose that's the benefit of having live. It's having that third person perspective of somebody watching. I mean, Amanda, you was just about to add to what Gemma said. What's, you know, I mean, obviously doing the lives, what's your take on it? Do you like having that third person watching in, being able to pick up stuff that you can't?
Yeah, as long as I'm not on the camera.
You got to get over your fear, Amanda. Otherwise, you're going to be one of them background people. You don't want to be one of them background people. You're going to be right at the front. That's the way it's got to be.
Gemma, I think it's left to me and you to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, we do like take over a little bit, don't we?
Just a bit, yeah.
I mean, with the Facebook Lives, it's completely revolutionising the way we ghost hunt nowadays, or paranormally investigate, because I've got to be PC right now. It's completely revolutionised it. When I first started, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, it was invite guests to come along and experience it on live. So, I mean, how did you guys feel about the whole Facebook Live, being able to take them out with you in your pocket?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It was a bit strange at first for me anyway. But yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah.
I think it is good because they can sort of see what we're seeing.
Yeah. Some people are really nice in that, but then obviously not everybody.
Not everybody's nice.
Yeah, you get people like.
You can also prove as well that your phones ain't interfering with the K2 meter like we did before. People say that their phone was interfering with a K2 meter, and that put the phones to a K2 meter to prove that it won. And
and it had absolutely no effect.
You can show it's not edited and everything.
Yeah. I mean, people don't realise that obviously the K2 measures electromagnetic frequencies, and cellular phones, mobile phones, do not generate electromagnetic frequencies, and if they do, they're not small enough to register onto a K2 anyway. I mean, that's a proven fact. So, but yeah, no, with the Facebook Lives, I mean, I wish I had that back in the day when I was investigating. It would change things for me like drastically. It really would, you know. And you guys have embraced that. I mean, and with the live tarot readings, Gemma, you know, I've seen you do it. You always have that thing post up on your Facebook, like card of the day as well. So it sort of generates that more interest. I mean, do you do your tarot readings quite often?
Yeah, I'd say so. Not always live. Sometimes I'll do them personally for somebody, or like through Messenger or whatever. But yeah, I'd say I do them quite regularly.
Yeah. I mean, it must generate a lot of interest with doing the tarot live readings. I mean, there's so many out there. I mean, it's great that people can do them live. I mean, my struggle is because when I first started doing this, I studied as a psychic medium. I progressed. I had an experience at Harwich Readout for that changed my mind completely and turned me towards demonology. I find it hard because as a psychic medium, I don't see how I can give a reading to someone behind the screen because I'm not feeling the energy of the person. I mean, people talk about transference of energy. I mean, sending your spirit guide over to take the energy. Is that how you work, Gemma?
I don't know. It's just when I'm reading for somebody, I just like get the connection with them, and it's like the cards when they're coming out, and people telling me that they can relate to what it's saying on it. But I don't know. It's just there, like their energy's there. Like,
Kathy saying, sorry, Gemma.
It's all right. It's obviously stronger when it's more personal, I think.
Yeah,
when I'm doing them, yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Kathy's saying Gemma is made for me. She's really, really good. So you got a thumbs up there from Kathy Adams. I mean, I come to you, Nikki and Anya. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the historical side of things. But you put a post up on your Facebook page about something called sorry, I've got to go to my thing. It's called a malt safe, which is like an iron casket. I mean, I know you guys deal with the historical side of things, but what made you sort of stick that up? Was it from an investigation or?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure with that one because that might have been before we joined.
I did that.
Oh, it was you,
Gemma.
Very morbid. Very morbid.
So much for that, Gemma. We didn't know that.
No, Joe, what? It's a great bit of information though, because I didn't even know they existed. And I mean, at the moment, my research is taking me all the way back to Mesopotamian times, and I never even knew them things sort of existed. But like it says on your page, it's all about grave robbers and people trying to keep their wealth, and it does make sort of sense. I wanted to ask you a question, all of you together, that I ask all the teams that come on the show, because I have like these set questions I ask mediums, I ask teams and stuff. I mean, do you think cemeteries are haunted?
No.
No.
Not as haunted as people seem to think.
Yeah.
I believe sometimes for me, but I think there's energy there. But I wouldn't really say that a cemetery or a graveyard is a place that's haunted.
No.
I don't know about everyone, but I'm just like speaking like for the ones that we've done like local and stuff, and other ones. I mean, they have that airy feel to them and everything.
Yeah.
I don't see why the energies would just stay there with a grave.
We were saying it on my show on Tuesday when I had Ben, who's an occultologist and a demonologist on. We were talking about this, and it got quite in depth of it, and we was just saying, like, why would a spirit go back and visit where it's buried? It's sort of like, I mean, most of them don't even realise they've passed away. And then we was talking about, graveyard guardians and Templar Knights. It got well out of hand. I mean, you guys would love that because you like history and stuff like that, where it's just a mad one. I want to talk about orbs now. This is a sort of another controversial subject we always talk about on the show, especially when I got teams on. I want to get you guys' takes on orbs. What do you think of orbs? And I mean, yeah, what do you guys think of orbs?
I can't really comment because I've never actually properly seen any. I've seen them when I've like watched things. I've never actually experienced any myself. I believe they're there. I do believe they're there, and I believe that they are spirits.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's just one of them things, isn't it? You don't always see them.
But 9 times out of 10, they're not seen with the naked eye, are they? They're seen under camera or on night vision. I mean, Manda, what's your take on orbs? Do you think that they are at the first stage of manifestation of a spirit, or?
I don't actually know, to be honest.
No. I mean, Gemma. Sorry, man. Sorry.
I do believe that there is orbs and there are spirits and everything, but I don't know if it's the first manifestation of them. Yeah.
I mean, Gemma, working psychically, orbs are very much attributed to auras as well. I mean, you working psychically, you must believe in orbs more than anybody.
Yeah, I do, and I've seen orbs myself as well. So, yeah, it's definitely not just like on a camera, but I've actually physically seen them as well. So, yeah,
that's cool. I've never had anybody see.
I definitely believe that it's spirit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had a question on my email sent over to me a little while ago, and they were asking, can orbs be different colors depending on the intention of a spirit? I mean, working psychically, Gemma, would you be able to answer
that? Well, yeah, because orbs are supposed to have like different meanings to it depends how you work, really. I mean, people who do work like with angels and stuff like that, they will say that the different colors represent different archangels.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, it can represent different emotions as well.
Yeah.
Like say a certain color, like a pink, is like a passion or it's a loved one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, different colors can represent different emotions, different spirit. So.
No, I mean that's. I mean, I've never heard anybody sort of associate orb colors to archangels, but I've never really had an angel specialist on the show. I'm trying my hardest, but being a demonologist podcast, I highly doubt they're going to come on. But we'll tackle that bridge when we come to it. Now, I want to move on to one of my favorite subjects. Ouija boards, or as Nikki called them, demon boards. Now, Now, I want to ask Nikki and Anya, both of you, because you two are together. Now, I've seen a few of your lives. There's a 5-part video up on your Facebook page where you are actually using a spirit board. Now, I've had many takes from different teams of how they use the board safely. I mean, how do you guys sort of work around moving and working with the board safely?
Basically, the main thing is to respect it. It's something that you don't play with.
No.
You've got to know how to use it properly. Be respectful, and
honestly, just following the basic rules as well.
Yeah, it is, and just make sure you close it properly.
No, the amount of cases I've had over the years where someone hasn't closed a board down properly is off the scale. It's like I say to people, you will not sleep with your front door open. It's the same thing with a Ouija board. You know, you just don't just go, oh yeah, no, it's finished, put it back in its box, let's go. You know, so it's good that you guys know what you're doing. We strongly advise on this channel that if you're going to use a board, make sure you do it properly, because you don't know what's going to come through. I mean, Manda, have you been involved in the spirit boards with the team? Do you feel comfortable doing it? Have you ever had anything come through that's made you feel a little bit uncomfortable?
Not uncomfortable, no.
No.
I had a message from my dad about my kids.
That's quite cool. That's really good.
And about my son that passed away at birth.
Oh, okay.
But doesn't say it never made me uncomfortable. It was more reassuring.
I would say more comforting.
It was very personal, wasn't it, for all you?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to part of the
show.
Sorry, man. I keep up. Joe, what it is with me, I'm just a complete chatterbox. I can't help it. I'm going to move on to my favourite part of the show, right? Yeah, where we talk about your favourite investigations and your worst investigations. So I want to get you guys each individually, because I mean, it's sort of a personal opinion, whether you enjoy one or whether you hate one. I mean, so we'll go through you individually one by one, and you can point out your favourites and the ones that you didn't like, and we will get like sort of the reasons why as well. So if we start off with Nikki, you tell me your favourite investigation and why.
My favourite investigation. Oh, I don't know. There's a few that we've had quite a lot of activity on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I've got a favourite.
Have you got a worst?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
About that one then.
When we got lost in Bradley Woods.
Was it your worst because of the spirit activity, or was it worse because of the fact that you got lost?
The fact that we got lost.
I suppose hysteria kicks in, panic kicks in, you start seeing shadows following you. It's going to drive you insane.
Yeah, I think we was planning on spending the night in Bradley Woods.
The woods is not the best place to be lost either, is it?
No. It was good for activity. We did get quite a bit of activity there at Bradley Woods. It's one of the most famous ones that we do. We tend to go to Bradley Woods a lot. Wheelsby Woods is another one we go a lot to. But I think the viewers like to see Bradley Woods.
Yeah.
It's always a big hit with the viewers. We do get a different activities depending on which part of the woods we're in.
Yeah.
It's never dull. It's never a dull investigation when we go to Bradley Woods.
So would you guys collectively say that that's probably one of your favourite places to go?
It's extremely active.
Yeah.
It's very active. Yeah, it shocked me at how active it actually was. From what it's like in the daytime and then to the night time, it is completely different.
Yeah. I mean, what's the best bit of evidence you gathered from there? What sort of one stands out in your mind?
Well, I've seen things before on the thermal gun and that when I've used that.
Yeah.
When obviously we used their meters, is it the EMF meter? when I was using them as well, or the K2 rather, that was like that went off quite a lot in there.
Yeah.
I've seen things in there like peek behind the trees. I've heard things in there. It's just really active.
Yeah.
Really active place. Yeah.
I mean, Anya, is that one of your favourite places to go to as well? Do you like Bradley Woods?
I don't know. I think I'd probably say I prefer Willesby Woods.
Okay.
As like more like outdoor ones.
Yeah. So do you have a favourite location, or do you have a location which stands out in your mind because something happened there that sort of it always sticks with you?
For positive or negative?
Go for both. Let's start with positive first.
I don't know. There's a few, but for different reasons. I obviously like Willesby Woods because there's like a lot of different spirits that you can communicate with.
Yeah.
And usually get like different responses using the different equipment, which is always interesting.
It's got a lot of history.
Yeah. And then there's Irby Dales.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was the first one that I went on.
Oh, okay.
With this group, and I wasn't even like a part of the official investigation. We was just kind of
tagging along,
just observing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just before we were leaving, I felt like this massive burn on my back.
Oh, right.
And I was like, "What is going on?" So I asked Amanda to look, and I had like big scratch marks all down my back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that sounds like definitely a negative experience that's going to stick. Yeah, scratches. I mean, a lot of people turn around and go that scratches are demonic, but if they actually look at it, you can't determine demonic activity until you've got 3 or 4 of the boxes ticked. It can just be a spirit going like, "Don't come back, please."
Yeah.
Really weird as well, because when that actually happened to Anya, was when there was stood right near this tree. I was doing some experiments, and it came across and it said scratch.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and it came across with log as well, doesn't it? And I was literally sat on a log when it happened.
So you got the corroborated evidence.
I was like, where he had stood, and it said it was stuck behind him. Whoever it was behind him.
So see, I mean, corroborated evidence, isn't it? You've got the scratches, you've got the tech to prove it. That's what we aim for. That's the smoking gun that we go for as investigators and as demonologists and as just anybody that deals with the paranormal. That is the smoking gun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It showed me, like, obviously I saw the scratches like later on, but there was pretty bad. Pretty bad. It was on a quite long as well. I've never seen one.
I didn't realise, like, at first I thought it was maybe just like me itching my back, but it was like right where I couldn't even reach. Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, where's that come from?
Yeah, one of the other team members as well, he actually got he was feeling pain and stuff as well. And I think he got scratched up with Dan, one of the other team members. And he said he didn't normally experience any pain or anything, and he just really felt it like that day. So there was definitely something there, and it seemed to be attacking the younger ones.
Oh wow.
So,
that's quite cool, actually. Yeah. I mean, Kathy's saying that she don't think they're demonic either. She saw a spirit dog one night, and one of the people she was with that got scratched. So yeah, it's not always demonic. I mean, people jump to these conclusions all the time. I mean, Amanda, we'll come to you. Are you in agreement with the other team members? Or do you have a standout incident and investigation that sticks in your mind?
No, I think it's pretty much the same. But I'd have to disagree with Nikki for the worst one at Bradley Woods. I think that was one of the better ones.
Oh, okay.
I found it quite hilarious, the fact we got lost. We had squirrels chucking acorns at us and everything.
Oh, but was it squirrels or was it paranormal activity? This is the problem, you see. No, because if you look at the theory of the paranormal itself, they do say that when you're laughing and you're jovial, you're building up all this positive energy. They seem to get more of a reaction from the spirit world. I mean, I've had that proven to me time after time after time. I mean, because you guys get along, you're talking about, like, you know, getting lost in the woods and laughing and stuff like that. You guys obviously have a great connection with each other. So obviously when you're laughing and you're lost, more stuff's going to happen, isn't it?
Oh, there was a lot of stuff happening that night. Not just us getting lost in the squibbles chucking. We had loads of like communication on the necrophonic, the dowsing rods, K2 meter, everything.
That's brilliant. I mean, like, if anybody wants to check out any of Spooks and Ghouls Paranormal, any of their videos or evidence, they put them all up there on their Facebook. They're all there. I'll tell you what, I'll even stick up a link like that so people know where they're heading to. Go and check it out. There's a couple of great photos on there that you guys need to check out. I showed my partner one of them, and she was like, I don't know what that is, but it's just crazy. I want to talk to you guys just quickly before we get to what I call the big plug, which is, I know it sounds wrong, but it's something that at the end of the show, I get you guys to sort of give people the information. I want to talk to you obviously about the spiritual side of it. You know, Gemma's obviously works with psychics. She's a medium. She's very spiritual. I mean, do all you guys get behind her with the spiritual sort of thing? Do you do protection? Do you have your crystals? Do you have your sages? Is that something that your team push on anything?
Yeah, we do. We've got sage. Gemma with the crystals.
I've got crystals.
Yeah, we are very careful about what we're doing.
Yeah.
We just don't want to put anybody at risk.
No, it's true. It's true. You can't, and especially if you've got people coming on. At the moment, obviously, people can't go out and investigate because of all this COVID thing. The whole place is completely locked down. But when it does open up and you do your investigations, protection is key. I always say to people who come on the show, I had one guy on when I first started, I think it was about 6 months ago now, and he was saying, no, I want them to experience the whole thing. If they don't want to protect themselves, I mean, you guys, you know as well as I do, protection is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
I ask for protection as well. Sometimes in prayer and that before I go out, and that's for everybody. Even when I'm going to do, if we're going to do a board session or something, I ask for protection for us all because
it's something that's got to be done. You got to have your spiritual raincoat on. That's what I say. You got to have your spiritual raincoat on.
Yep.
So, right, to the point of the show now where we do the thing called the big plug. Now, like I said, I know it sounds disgusting, but I want you to tell everybody that's listening out there now what events you've got coming up, if you've got any live readings where they can catch you. I mean, whoever wants to take it away, go for it. I mean, plug away.
Well, hopefully after we could come out of this, I was hoping to do it sort of before this last lockdown. I was going to see about going down into town hall, into the jail, to do an investigation. I would have done it live, but obviously we can't do it at the moment. So hopefully,
that will be coming up when
yes,
lockdown's over.
Yeah, that'll be one we was talking about doing. And also going to maybe one of the hotels that's in the area. I won't say which one just yet, because obviously we've got to get permission from him.
That's 100%.
But yeah, that'll be another live one we'll do. And once we can get back out and doing events, we'll be organising some events.
Brilliant. Gemma, have you got any Facebook lives coming up for your tarot readings that you want to play with?
I haven't got one put on the pages yet, but I will be doing some more readings, because I know people like them a lot, so,
if you're logged in, I'll stick the link up for the page again. So this is where you can catch Gemma doing her live tarot readings on the link just below us, just down there. I mean, Manda, are you looking forward to the future with Spooks and Ghouls? I mean, you sound like you guys have got your stuff. Well, I was going to swear then. So bad. You sound like you've got your stuff worked out. I mean, you looking forward to what the future holds for Spooks and Ghouls?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
it's great. You guys have definitely got your head screwed on. I mean, you know which direction you're going in. It's good to see a team that not only concentrates on the spiritual and the tech side of things, but takes history into consideration. Because in my line of work, especially what I do, history plays a massive part and always will do. I mean, have you guys have you thought about future events? Any more sort of experiments you want to try? I mean, there's this talk at the moment about human pendulums. It seems to be the fashionable thing.
That's really good. It is really good. I've experienced doing that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we will do actually in the future because Nikki knows like more about that. So it is something that we'll do. I think.
I don't know about these guys, but I think Manda and probably Annie, I don't know about Gemma, if she'd be like wanting to maybe do a blind spirit box.
Oh, you're talking about the ASTI experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you have like you blindfold, you put your headphones on. Yeah. No, that I've seen some amazing results from the ASTI experiment. There's a guy, an American team that started doing it, and I caught their first sort of show that they've done, and it just takes out everything. It sort of strips it down bare because there's no sort of auto suggestion there at all because the guys are completely blinded because they've got the headphones on and they can't see anything. I mean, that's the experiments. I'll to say to you guys now, it's definitely the way forward. I mean, have you guys looked into getting any more tech? Are you sort of, or are you going to stay with the spiritual side of things? Are you going to not go over to the dark side?
I think, for me, I'm definitely interested in getting more equipment because I've only got like a few things at the minute. I definitely want to get some more cameras and stuff like that. And a recorder and that for myself and to the meter. Like they've got, and I also want to get my own thermal gun as well. So.
Oh right, so like a FLIR camera or just an infrared thermometer?
It just the temperature, but also like you can take pictures of it as well. So.
Yeah, like a FLIR camera. I'll tell you what I did see the other day actually to share with you guys. It might be quite a sort of thing to sort of look at. A Tesla coil. Is it supposed to increase the medium's energy? You can sort of build them yourself. It's just a copper wire wrapped around an iron rod, but it's supposed to build the energy. It's almost like an EM pump. It might be something you guys might be interested in seeing, just like a spiritual team. It might help you to sort of build that energy to get things more spiritually.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get a REM pod and stuff as well.
Yeah, I've seen teddy bear REM pods. I think they're crazy.
Yeah.
You have got one, Gemma. You have got a teddy bear. So.
I have got, but we didn't use it last time. I was going to use it. I did actually I bought one, but I don't know if it'll go off or not. But it's just one that lights up, so we'll see. Got me flashy ball on that as well, so we get interaction with that, which is weird because we didn't actually get that much interaction when we first started, but then after like a while, it just started going off.
It's one of them things. Like, I mean, it's the age-old story that people talk about. When you're using these new technologies, you're contacting spirits from many, many years ago. Are they going to know how to do these things, or are they going to push that ball and it lights up and they're going to leg it because they think it's witchcraft? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. It is, man. I mean, REM pods are brilliant, though. I mean, I'm glad you guys are looking at getting a REM pod. REM pods are great for corroborated evidence. Have you guys thought about? I mean, do you guys do EVPs? Have you uploaded any EVPs to your Facebook page, or have you caught any EVPs?
I've actually got a recorder. I have caught a couple of things. Not massive amounts, only just sort of like the odd one or two words. We did a investigation. I can't remember where it was. We went somewhere. We did an investigation. I can't remember where it was off my head. And there was a couple of words that I got, and it was like I was talking to Gemma, but in the background you could hear like a little child talking.
Yeah.
And I think we was at Abbey Dales, Gemma. Can you remember?
Yeah, because that's where they said that when we were doing different experiments.
Yeah.
And they was using the rods and stuff, and then like we was asking, and then it said that there was a child there, and the child like me.
Yeah. Because I think we was walking down the path, and I was using it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And we was just talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
But when I listened back to it when I got home, you can actually hear a little child talking. And obviously it was late at night and there was no children about. It's just like, where's that come from?
Yeah. Yes, I mean, I love an EVP. I do love an EVP. When they pop up, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to be. I mean, we've had people on the show that have caught child EVPs and then have been followed home. Has any of you guys ever had that? And any of you ever been followed home by a spirit? You know, kept it as a pet, fed it 3 times a day, and sort of took it out for walks and stuff like that.
No, I haven't.
I don't think we've brought anything back with us.
That's good.
No,
Not me personally, anyway.
I mean, we do sort of say you're not allowed to attach yourself to us. Do you know?
There was the little girl at Bullsby Woods that wanted to come home with me, didn't she?
Oh yeah, you got a little girl attached to you there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that Sarah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We communicated with a little girl called Sarah, and we said we'd go back there and I'd take her a doll, which I still haven't got yet, but I will take
you better
it.
keep that promise. You better keep that promise. Sometimes these child spirits can be a mask for something more negative. So you better keep that promise.
Yeah.
To Anne McClernand, who says, "Hi Gemma, it's good to have you on, Anne. Good to have you in." So yeah, guys, towards the end of the show, I think I've got about 7 minutes left. I've just got to plug the sponsors at the end. I just want to, before we go any further, I want to thank every single one of you for coming on tonight. It's been a brilliant show. I mean, I'm going to put the link up to your site quickly one time, so make sure you head over to and check out all the Spooks and Ghouls evidence. Check out their live streams. Check out their tarot readings. It's definitely one to watch. I mean, I wish you all good luck in the future, and I hope that when this COVID disappears, that everything goes great and we could get to see some really good live videos from you guys.
There is also a Paranormal YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, I did see that.
I think it's Spooks and Ghouls, still the same as Facebook.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we do have our YouTube as well, so we put some of our stuff up there as well. So
if everybody's listening or watching back, make sure you check out Spooks and Ghouls YouTube channel. That's probably youtube.com/Spooks and Ghouls. I'm going to guess that. But
So we've also got our own as well. So, but at the minute, there's hardly anything up on them with the COVID and that.
Yeah, I know. It's ruined everything for everybody, I suppose. I mean, it's just, what can we do, eh? What can we do? We're all locked down. All we can do is sit there and watch Zach Bagans on the telly and enjoy life, I suppose.
I don't mind that at all.
You fun.
He seems to be a favourite for people. I don't know why. There you go.
I just like Zach.
So once again, guys, link below is check out Spooks and Ghouls. Make sure you go over there and check out the evidence. I want to say once again, thank you guys for coming on. It's been
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
So yeah, guys, that was Spooks and Ghouls Paranormal. Make sure you head over to their Facebook page, check them out. They've been absolutely brilliant tonight. Some great evidence up on the page, so make sure you go and check that out. Just got a little bit of time just to quickly sort of give you a lowdown of what's to come and the sponsors. Don't forget to check out the official sponsor of the page. That's the Festival of the Unexplained, 15th to the 17th of January, raising money for Calm. That's a campaign against living miserably. It's all to do with male mental health. Brilliant cause. Make sure you go and check that, because it's going to be a great stream. All live streams in between those dates. They're going to be talking about all things paranormal. So make sure you go over and head to that. Don't forget our other 2 sponsors of the show. Check out National Paranormal Investigators United Kingdom over there on the Facebook page, and Journey of the Spirit for all your tarot needs. Now, what you're asking yourself, what's coming up for the Demonologist? within the next month. Now, I'm just going to go to the calendar. I know for a fact next week we have Nigel Higgins on the show. Now, for you guys that don't know Nigel, he's a very, very knowledgeable man. He works for Out There Paranormal Norfolk. It's going to be a brilliant show. We're going to get to the bottom of the evidence that he's got. And we're going to talk to him about everything that he's been doing with his team. That's next week on the 15th of January. The week after, on the 22nd, we've got the man of the moment, Mr. Robbie Crossan from Haunted Scotland. That's going to be one not to miss. Robbie is very, very knowledgeable about all things paranormal and history and stuff like that. So it's going to be great. And then the last one, the 22nd, the 29th of January, you just got me. Just be on my own. I'm going to be talking about all things demonology. I'm going to be going in through some of the parts that I've been researching for my book that should be coming out hopefully later on this year. Just going to be going through a little chat there. If you've got any questions to ask me on that show or any shows, any questions to ask any of the special guests that I get on, all you have to do is email me on the link below, the demonologistuk@hotmail.com. Now, it's time for me to go. I need to get my beauty rest. I want to send a massive shout out to all the demos out there. If you don't know who they are, they're you guys, the people that are watching. I've named you now. All the big fans of the page, you are now demos. It's great to have you locked in, locked on. I can't do this without you. But anyway, this is the Demonologist signing out. I've got to send thank you once again to Spooks and Ghouls Paranormal for coming on tonight. And I will see you next week where we have Nigel Higgins in the studio, talking to him about his investigations and his evidence. So once again, take care. Good night. Demonologist signing out. Don't forget, keep it spooky.